Make sure
Yeah, they
this,
with the All Might fight too. Oh yeah, they was.
make sure this music can be heard.
Yeah, I just looked at it. They did All Might Bogan.
Okay. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We got Anime Wars Podcast episode 2. You guys want to introduce yourselves real quick? We're starting with Lawrence.
What's up? I'm Lawrence.
What's
Brandon.
good? It's D Reezy.
Hey,
How y'all doing?
So last time we ain't really had no topics like that, but this time we do. Came a little bit more prepared. And shit, we're gonna get right into it. Now I've assembled some topics, but you know, we don't necessarily have to go in order. So let's go ahead, get it out the way. Right out the back. Spider-Man exclusive for PS4 Avengers, man. How y'all feel, man?
You laughing?
Let's go ahead and get it out the way, bro.
He's ready.
Hey, you really want to know how I feel about it?
Yeah, let me hear it.
Sensational.
Sensational. All right, let me hear. Let me hear.
Xbox niggas get. That's what y'all get. You think I'm gonna be mad with y'all? Nah,
Wow.
I'm happy. I don't even care.
Wow, that's fucked up. What about PC dudes? You don't care about them?
Nah, I don't care about them.
Alright.
PC dang near can mod any game and put Spider-Man in there. So what y'all being mad for? I have no idea.
Okay,
But
but
I know
it's not
that-
the same. Also,
Bro,
let me
look,
point
look.
this out. Let me point this out. Right? So here's the thing. I wouldn't necessarily be mad if this was like another game, whatever. But this is it's like Avengers, bro. Like Spider-Man is an Avenger. Like, how y'all gonna take one of the most integral and best characters from the game?
No. Because every time I look around, Spider-Man not that important. Spider-Man not this. He's not even a good member of the team. Oh, well, y'all ain't getting the character then.
Who be
Oh,
saying
well,
that?
why you gonna take the character away from us? Why would you do that, Sony? Nah, I don't want to hear that now. Most people think that Spider-Man is just a joke, and he's not even a serious character. First of all, and this is going on record, I have cried reading some of his comic books. They are very
what?
sad. Like
Well, yeah, they
literally,
can't get pretty sad. I ain't gonna lie.
Spider-Man would be having some real life devastating moments in his comic books. And I'd be like, whole time, be like, dang, yo, like, I could relate some way, somehow. I mean, I ain't got the powers, but,
Like
you
when,
know, the problems that he be running into would be like, man, I could understand, you know, like, he's a Spider-Man, radioactive blood and everything. He ended up killing his wife because they want to have a baby. You know, that's pretty heartbreaking.
I mean, that's sad.
Bro, he died saving his grandma and Mary Jane. He died. He gave his last breath, killing. He was killing all the enemies that ever wanted to kill him. He was killing all of them, and he died saving his grandmother. Bro, that I'm trying not to tear up. That bothered me so much because I was just like, yo, if you couldn't have a more touching way of having somebody die, yo, like, and then at the end, like, he's walking into heaven with his grandfather, and his grandfather is saying, "You did good, kid." Like, what? You're talking about heartstrings being pulled?
His grandfather or his uncle?
His grandfather was walking Peter into heaven, talking to him, telling him he did good.
You know, that shit cute, but it's still not an excuse for it to not be on Xbox, PC.
He said it's cute.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't mess with stuff like that. You know, I don't really.
Spider-Man is a good character, though.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's one of the hypest Avengers, bro. He's literally one of the hypest Avengers.
One of the best Marvel characters.
Okay, but here's what I see that they can actually do to make that up. Every system should get their own exclusive character. If they just want to make it up, every system should get their own exclusive
like,
right,
character.
You gotta have a specific console to play with this character.
Okay, that's see, cool. Like that works for something like Soul Calibur, bro. But like again, we talking about the Avengers, fam. Like We need all the people to be there. Like, what's the point of playing an Avengers game if you can't play with the people you want to play with?
Yeah, that's true. Because I was so thinking about now that we got the Avengers game and we gonna get like characters and everything. Now we can actually have something where like you could pick 10 characters, or it could be like it could be 10 people like online fighting Thanos, having somewhat of a Thanos battle, kind of what we had in what we saw in Avengers.
That sounds really fun.
Like you could legit have like a they can call it Earth raids, where Thanos comes to Earth and you get a text a little text message in your PlayStation, and you can turn on the game, and now you're in a session where you can have the opportunity to fight Thanos.
And dope. If one player gets to play with Thanos, like play as Thanos.
Yeah, like somebody could play as Thanos.
That'd be so fun.
And then everybody else.
Fortnite, but actually good.
Yeah.
Here,
well, that was pretty good, but better.
Since we are on the topic of this Avengers game, Lawrence, have you played the beta?
For the Avengers game? No, I have not.
Brandon, I know you have. So talk about what the actual game is like, because I hear a lot of varying opinions. Now that people play it, I feel like people like it a little bit more, but I'm still not really sure.
Right. Basically, okay, think of like Uncharted 3 as far as like not necessarily like Uncharted 3. What's that game? Shadow of War. Think of it like that.
How so?
Like the combos are pretty dope. You can actually do a lot of combos. You can get some good upgrades, better gear. You can actually increase your combos to do more added to it. Hulk is a straight up powerhouse, like hands down. Captain America is a smooth criminal, like also. Like
talk about smooth criminal.
That shield, bro. I'm just saying, like they put some real good detail in his shield work. They made sure that he was able to optimize his shield within his combat, and he just feels like his own unique character. Mm-hmm. Black Widow she's pretty dope. She's surprisingly a grappler character, which I think is pretty cool.
So wait, what exactly do you mean by grappling character? Like, how does that work in the context of,
like she could do combos. She uses gunplay for extra damage. She's basically exactly who she was in the Avengers movie.
Okay.
Like grabbing people, slinging them, flipping people over. She got high-tech weapons. I think if she keeps hitting you enough, like you start getting like an electrical effect. So like enemies got to be careful not to stand there a lot, and like people literally have to start moving around. Otherwise, I can increase the damage if I keep hitting you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's not bad.
Thor is a good character. He definitely I feel like they can work a little bit more on his combos, because he has a combo set for the hammer, and then if you throw the hammer at somebody and hold them up against the wall, now you can fight with your hands and feet. He grabs people, slam them down. He can charge up a thunderbolt and like strike everything around them.
Right.
And if you are on a team, then what's gonna happen is if you turn on your godly rage, everybody gets a power boost that's around you.
Oh.
So it's not just you striking everything, everybody gets stronger. But it's only for a short amount of time. As soon as his power thing go off, everybody's power thing go off. So it's definitely worth having on your team. Uh, Thor is a good character. I have not played with Kamala Khan yet. I'm still playing as Hulk. I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty that they have.
Why
And
you
let me
doing
tell
this to
you,
yourself, man?
bro, let me tell you, it is hard as hell.
You always do
You
this
know,
shit to yourself, man.
but the only thing I just feel like Hulk shouldn't be able to go. The only thing I would change about the game is that Hulk shouldn't be able to be killed, so easily as everybody else. I feel like with Hulk, the more enemies hit him, the more he's losing life, the stronger he should get. I feel like they could do that backwards.
Well, I mean,
Just to,
it still has to be a game, bro.
I mean, yeah, it'll still be a game. You could still defeat Hulk, but it's only because like you hit him and you didn't get hit by his rage punches or whatever. That's the only thing I would want to change. I mean, but other than that, I mean, Hulk is still a balanced character. You know, if you if you play the game, I promise you will have a good time.
So,
I can definitely see.
would you recommend this game to somebody? Would you say
I would.
you're gonna get it?
Yeah, I already bought it.
Oh, wow.
shit.
I bought the deluxe edition.
I see.
Oh,
Big
you was playing
ball.
around.
Huh?
I see.
That?
So we can get into something else. This is something we was talking about before. Anything happened. We was talking about the DBX Saitama versus Superman that was released by Death Battle. Those fights are usually go based on popularity or whatnot.
Popularity.
Yeah. So in the end, Saitama won. But we all know. I feel like that doesn't make any sense.
We all know why.
I mean,
what's crazy is they haven't necessarily explained how or why this man is that strong.
Saitama, you mean?
It's not necessarily.
I mean,
I
I
don't know why Superman is so strong either. Even with the stuff they try to explain about him, like he's Kryptonian,
Superman,
solar energy. That's still explains some of his feats. Some of his feats are just ridiculous. It's like this dude can do what?
Yeah, I mean that's true, but he is getting energy from the sun,
all
though.
That really he can.
You gotta think direct energy from the sun. I mean that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's just one star. He's defeating creatures from different galaxies, different universes, like way beyond him, like Darkseid, who I mentioned earlier before we did this, almost destroyed the universe by falling.
Right,
bro. What's blowing my mind about Superman is, dude. What I will never understand. Like this is something I will never understand. Superman lifted a book of infinite
pages.
knowledge.
Oh, yes,
it was like infinite pages, I think it was.
Yeah, he
which
carried
is still ridiculous. It's like
he carried the whole solar system on his back.
Bro, you're holding infinity. How can you hold?
He managed to close the book.
Get out of here, bro!
That's Superman for you, bro.
Infinity. That means that book never freaking ends.
The boy got the power in his hands. He held a black hole too, if I'm remembering correct.
Yeah, he held a black hole. He held a black hole.
And some of those feats aren't even from the strongest version of Superman. That's the crazy part.
Dude was able to bench press for what? 3 days?
5 days straight. No food, no water, no sunlight.
And he was bench pressing how much? 3 quintillion tons?
He was benching the weight of the planet. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but yeah. So
too much tons.
That's for the people that be trying to say Goku whoop on Superman. I definitely love me some Goku, but he's not fucking with Superman. I'm sorry.
The only thing I don't understand is of course Superman was gonna win that. Like, dude.
Yeah.
I get all my energy from the sun. That means you can literally keep punching me and it won't hurt. I'll get healed.
I mean, shit, pretty much.
I mean, he can get hurt. Like he's been like almost died before. The only thing
he's died before.
He's exposed to solar energy, he can still survive.
Superman has taken a nuke to the face, and
I'm not
as long as he was sitting, but
I'm talking about when Doomsday beat him to death. And he like actually died. His heart stopped beating.
Yeah.
I mean, but dude, if he stands out there in the sun, like he's good.
Damn near.
But he has to sit out there for at least a few days before he can recover. Like if he's like, for example, like when Doomsday actually killed him, it took him a while to recover. Like I think it was like a few weeks. So it was like a few weeks. Still, decent amount of time after just dying. A few weeks, you already good. All right. But still, most people, they wouldn't be able to do none of that. Doomsday.
I was gonna say most people ain't coming back at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, all right. So since we touched on Dragon Ball just a little bit, I think we should bring this topic up now. So this is kind of like a two-turn topic. I didn't put the second part in because we'll eventually get to that. But I want to ask you guys, how do you feel about Gogeta versus UI Goku? Who do you think we win?
Gogeta versus who?
UI Goku.
Ultra Instinct Goku.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
I feel like Gogeta would win.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Still tough to say though.
Like, personally, okay. See, here's my thing. My dilemma. I don't know, like, how strong Ultra Instinct is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that it's incredibly strong, but like, what's his cap? Like,
powerful.
Like, he's supposed to be able to dodge everything, but I mean,
the problem.
Jiren was going hand to hand with him.
Too, though.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
The problem with Ultra
he actually managed to actually pretty much defeat Jiren with that move.
I mean, but towards the end, everybody was getting hits off on Jiren damn near.
That's only because Jiren got weakened after getting beat up by Ultra Instinct.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But he got a power boost.
Before Ultra Instinct, nobody was touching Jiren. They couldn't even do nothing to him. Everything, he just ate it. Didn't matter what it was, he ate it. He ate a supercharged Final Flash from Perfected Blue Vegeta like it was nothing. Bro,
wait.
One punch from Ultra Instinct sent this man in a daze.
I was gonna say, didn't he dodge that Final Flash?
No, he didn't dodge. He ate it.
Damn.
You remember that? He ate that. No. Jiren was not playing around with them.
I mean, he kind of was low key because there was definitely some. I mean, if Jiren was being any kind of smart, he definitely would have got rid of all of them immediately.
Well, he underestimated them mainly because he was just so much more powerful than every other character on the entire battlefield. It was like, I could defeat all y'all with my hands behind my back, pretty much.
Right.
If you really wanted to.
But see, like,
I feel like too long. He should have let Goku perfect that transformation, because once Goku perfected that transformation, it was over.
I feel like once you got, you fighting for your universe, for the survival of your entire universe, bro. Like, shouldn't be no chilling, shouldn't be no cooling, no meditating, none of that shit.
I mean, if you that powerful, wouldn't you get bored? You'd be like Saitama. Like, I want an actual challenge. I'm gonna let this man charge up, get to his peak condition, then I'm gonna fight him because I'm bored. I mean, he's stronger than the god of destruction of his own universe. I mean, I get bored after that.
Bruh, no. On God, like on Kami, my niggas. Like, my universe is about to get destroyed.
Right, like,
right. On Kami, bro.
I mean, you gonna die of boredom after a while. You the strongest man in the entire universe.
I will die of boredom versus getting erased.
Right.
Like, what's worse? Dying of boredom, knowing that ain't nobody
was trying to like straight up destroy their souls and everything.
Or
he wasn't talking about death. He was talking about straight up erasure. Like, they're about to be gone.
Bro, you can die from boredom. You can die from boredom. That's cool with me. But you're talking about killing me because you're bored. You can erase me and my soul because you're bored. No, I'm gonna give it all I got. You crazy?
Fact.
I've not known that I'm the strongest mofo. Just as long as you know you can't ever mess with me.
So what we on?
Oh, yeah. What's going on?
Finally emerged.
How you doing, Kennedy?
Alright, what's up with y'all?
Just
Ken,
chilling. We was going over some of the topics. We're currently on the Gogeta versus UI Goku. I don't know if everybody said their definitive answer on that one yet.
I didn't have one
I
just
still
yet.
said Vegeta.
I'm thinking that's tough because Ultra Instinct is pretty powerful. But then again, Gogeta is ridiculous. I'm gonna probably go with Gogeta. Only problem, well, there's a downside to both those transformations. Ultra Instinct
They both have time limits.
has a huge toll on Goku's body, so he can't stay in that form for too long. Otherwise, his back will blow out.
Yeah.
Literally, blood will burst out his back.
Which, by the way, I would never touch that form without confidence ever again.
Like, for real. And then Gogeta,
Why
you
don't
gotta
you go
like do
Ultra
the whole
Instinct?
fusion dance first before the fight. You gotta do it right, otherwise you gotta wait a whole freaking hour.
Right, that's true.
And then the transformation don't even last that long. It's like a certain amount of time he can stay in that transformation anyway. So he gotta end that fight right away.
I mean, that
He can't
shit
be having Ultra Instinct dies nothing. Like I gotta hit him with something.
that shit lasted long enough for him to
Because if
beat
Ultra Instinct
Broly.
dies too much, the fight might be over. Because this man gonna dodge your move and hit you with something else.
I mean, but you also have to think, both of these transformations have time limits,
Yeah.
So if they don't finish the fight fast enough, they'll be done for it. I mean, Goku may eventually overcome that time limit. I'm not sure, but I mean, this is what I was saying. This is kind of like two parts because who do you think is the stronger enemy? So UI Goku went against Jiren, but Gogeta went against Broly. Between Broly and Jiren, you think Broly is stronger?
Broly was literally just continuously getting stronger as the fight was going on. Jiren just stayed at the same level.
Right.
Jiren was powerful, but he never really got stronger as the fight went on. Broly, the longer he fought him,
he did get a little stronger towards
the worse it got.
Yeah, but I think
get real strong towards the end.
I think Jiren did exactly what Goku was doing, and he
would let the fight drag out with Broly for too long.
Yeah, I think Jiren was training like Goku's been training. Like when Jiren gets to a certain power level, he'll just hold that power level and stay in that power level, and then he'll just fight until he can get to the next one. Kind of like when Gohan and Goku was training to fight Cell, they just stayed in Super Saiyan, and their power level just increased by like an immense amount.
And then they achieved Super Saiyan 2 after that.
Right, because I think that's how Jiren got stronger and stronger. He felt himself getting stronger, and he would stay in that mode. That's why he would meditate. And then
that makes sense.
when he got stronger, he just meditated again to keep that energy. That way, when it would seem like he doesn't really try, it's because he's not trying anymore. He's just there. That way, when he uses his little charge up to do a devastating attack, it would really be devastating.
Okay. So, all right.
But as far as Broly, we all saw the movie. We all paid attention.
Yeah, we all know what happened.
Broly, like, he was just getting an amazing amount of Zenkai boost each and every single time he was getting hit.
Yeah, that's why I think Broly was stronger, only because you cannot let the fight drag out with Broly. If it drags out, he's just going to get stronger, and he's going to eventually beat the crap out of you, because the dude just kept getting Zenkai boosts, like every few minutes.
I think had they let that fight drag out, Broly probably would have reached Super Saiyan 2.
He would have destroyed them.
Skipped it and went to 3.
The only reason why Broly would lose him because Gogeta was just so much more powerful. He had so much more to scale up to that he just couldn't do it in time.
And hold
Well,
on.
wait,
think
hold on,
about
hold on,
this,
hold
too.
on, hold on, because I don't
Alright,
want
go
this.
ahead.
I was gonna say I don't want this to turn into a Dragon Ball podcast. We
Oh yeah,
talked
you're right.
about Dragon Ball a lot last week.
Have y'all been
Yeah, I just
have
wanted
y'all been
y'all.
talking about this whole time?
No, not this whole time. But I just wanted y'all opinions. Gogeta versus UI Goku. What's y'all definitive answers?
I'm saying go. I gotta say Gogeta.
Gogeta, Brandon.
I'm Gogeta, bro.
Kennedy, you wanna toss something in
Sure,
there?
Gogeta.
Hey, so Gogeta 4-0. All right. So let's move on to the next thing. So let's see. Anybody been watching Dr. Stone at all?
I have.
Yeah, I'm all
I have
caught
not.
up.
No.
Wow.
Kennedy, you
It
say
doesn't look like something I can get into. That's the only problem. Like I
you
was
said
like
it,
avoiding.
it doesn't look like anything you can get into.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about it.
Okay,
It
see,
doesn't
I'll
look
say
like my type
this.
of show.
I'll
Yeah.
say this, right? Um,
Yeah.
that's like one of the one game or not games, but animes that I wish had like a dub right now because they be talking a lot of science shit, and I be trying to keep up, and it's hard trying to read all that shit and look at
Yeah,
what's
I was
going
getting
on.
bored.
How many episodes have you watched of it?
The first one, and I was like, yeah, this don't look like my type of
Oh,
show. I got bored. I was like, nah, I can't watch it.
oh, yeah. I mean, at first, I mean, it takes a second to really, really get into, but I'd say I'm on episode 12. I think there's only like 22 episodes, right? Kennedy, you know how many episodes there are? Oh,
Did she leave?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Oh.
Can't be slipping. But yeah, I don't think there's too many episodes of Dr. Stone out right now. I don't even think it's on the second season. Definitely think it's something you guys should check out. Let's
Chris,
see.
speaking of that,
What's going on, bro?
you definitely need to check out Hunter x Hunter because that's one show you've definitely been sleeping on.
Hey,
You
Hunter
telling me
Hunter.
about Dr.
That's a
Stone,
good
you
fucking
need to see
show,
Hunter
bro.
x Hunter.
Man,
That show is amazing.
I be hearing a whole lot of shit
Right.
about Hunter x Hunter.
It is one of my favorites.
There's only one enemy
I
I'm
love the
scared of, bro.
soundtrack. I love the characters. I love the fight scenes. That show is my show. You don't understand.
Kennedy, I was asking how many episodes of Dr. Stone was there.
I think 12. I think it was a standard season. No, that can't be right. Maybe like
Yeah,
20.
I was gonna say it's like 22 because I'm on episode 12 now. But yeah,
It's not a lot.
yeah, it's not. What was I gonna say? Back to what shows we talking about? Hunter x Hunter. Yeah,
Hunter x Hunter and Dr. Stone.
I think I've got no more than 10 episodes in Hunter x Hunter, and it's just like,
Wait,
nothing.
you're in the worst part of the show.
I can tell. I can definitely
The weird
tell.
thing about Hunter x Hunter is a lot like the first season of JoJo's. It is a terrible introduction to the show. It's a good one, but at the same time, it doesn't prepare you for what actually is about to happen. The show gets so much better after the first season, to the point where it's like a whole nother show. It'll throw you off.
I don't feel like the first season was bad though. In any way,
it's not that it's bad. It's just not interesting.
It's not as interesting as what happens afterwards. Because there's so much better things that happen, especially when the Phantom Troop shows up.
Yeah.
When they show up, it gets serious.
Yeah.
That's true.
And actually, like where the anime left off with the World Tree thing, it was like we're about to ascend into different, I don't know, dimensions or like other, like a higher plane of, existence where people are stronger, things are weirder. So like
the show does a whole 180. It gets like way darker. It gets gorier, which I didn't expect because it isn't a gore show at all. But then it gets really gory. It's like, okay, a lot of messed up stuff is happening.
I mean, how they
the Chimera ants.
Actually, I was gonna say
good.
It's pretty gory from the beginning. I mean, Deals
not as gory as it gets. Believe me, it gets crazy.
Oh wait, are you talking about JoJo or Hunter?
You talking about JoJo, right?
Oh, I'm talking about
Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, same way. JoJo's show does a whole 180 after the first season.
Okay.
When they introduce a whole new JoJo, and then the next season does the same thing, and then you realize,
It's
okay, this
like-
show just gonna keep changing as it goes
Okay.
on.
See, when I was talking about the first season wasn't that bad, I was referring to JoJo. It's not Hunter x Hunter.
Well,
Oh,
it
yeah.
applies for both shows because I had the same reaction to JoJo's when I first watched it because I almost didn't watch it all the way through, but I was convinced by somebody who told me about the show. You gotta watch it all the way through. And I watched it and I loved it and I kept
I was
watching
gonna
it.
say y'all the reason why I even continue watching that show.
Because Hunter x Hunter, the first episode threw me off. I'm like, this is not like my type of show at all. And I watched a few more episodes. It's getting better. Second season shows
I mean,
up.
I still don't
I
like
loved it.
Gon.
I was like, okay, I'm hooked now.
I like all the
I couldn't
other
stop
characters.
watching it.
Yeah. You don't like the main character?
No. I like everybody else.
Of which show?
She
Hunter
said
x
she don't
Hunter. I
like
don't like
Gon.
Gon.
Yeah, neither do I.
Damn.
Gon is not the best character, and he's
really
not the center of
not.
attention either.
Y'all not selling the show to me.
Well, it's
No,
not.
but Killua's there, and he's like
Nah,
It's not the kind of
I
show
see.
that focuses on the main character too much. Gon
see-
is the main character, but there's
Mhm.
so many other great characters, and they get so much screen time that you don't even notice he's there half the time.
Almost.
You forget about Gon for a good
Killer would
portion
do
of the show.
some raw shit. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who he was
Like
fighting. but he
Hisoka is
just,
like one of my favorite characters. He's not a main character at all. He's a side character who shows up every now and then, but he
I
still
I
gets
would
a
say he's
decent
a
amount of
side
screen time.
character. He's like
It's weird, bro.
he
You know
takes
what would've been
over every
funny?
time he's on the screen.
He's just weird.
It would have been funny if Christopher was like, y'all not selling me the show. Somebody would be like, well, it's not for sale.
Yeah.
It's for watching, boy. You just start watching the show.
It's for watching, not for sale.
So let me ask a question real quick. Have you guys ever watched Trigun?
I
I
watched a little
remember
bit
it
of it.
vaguely from my childhood.
It's actually a really good show. I haven't watched it in a long time, though.
Right. So, did y'all enjoy that show? Did it tickle your
I
fancy?
watched it when it was on Adult Swim, but I don't really remember much about it.
Okay, the reason why I'm asking that is because I had a huge epiphany when I finished the second season of 6 or 7. Right? The first season, he was kind of like a joke character damn near, but he had a past where he was basically fucking everybody up, right? And I'm just like, damn, this is honestly really giving me Trigun vibes. And by the end, he does pretty much the same thing that old boy has to do and leave pretty much everywhere he's at because he's causing too much trouble. So I think anybody who's a fan of Trigun and y'all like that show, you should definitely check out 67. It's on Netflix. The episodes are only like 10-15 minutes sometimes.
Yeah, those are really short.
Yeah, very rarely do they. Yeah, very rarely do they go into like 20-minute episodes. So, I mean,
they're really funny too.
Yeah, it's really funny and it's super easy to get through. You guys should definitely check that one out.
We'll definitely check it out.
That show had me cracking up when I was watching.
All right. Next thing is Yu Yu Hakusho is returning.
Hi.
Oh, really?
Well, they're
Yes,
still in their
but-
tournament arc. Man, get out.
So, Lawrence, I think you might know just a little bit more about this subject than I do. You want to
I
take the
actually
floor?
don't know that much, but that is one of my favorite animes,
Right.
and I could talk
So-
about Yu Hakusho
Really?
for days. Because that's one of my
The
favorite. Yes,
Dark
it is so
Tournament
good.
is like, it's oh my god. Okay.
The Dark Tournament is like the best part of the show.
It's the only
That's what got
part
me
of
into the show.
That's the only part. Like once they're in the Dark Tournament, they're in there for years. I'm just like, I thought.
And I
this
did
was,
not
like,
complain 1 minute. I was loving the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. Come on,
Wait.
Hiei was that dude.
Hold on.
He was Sasuke before Sasuke.
Okay, so
Yes,
I think
but-
Very true. Very true. These are facts.
He's literally what inspired Sasuke. You can't complain with Hiei at all.
I
okay.
love
Amaterasu is literally
So-
just Dragon of Darkness Flame rehashed.
So I wanna clarify something real quick. I kind of wrote it down wrong in my notes. I made a mistake. I didn't mean Yu Yu Hakusho. That was the wrong name. I meant Inuyasha. So that was my
Inuyasha.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
that
talking
was
about
my
with his
fault.
daughter being the main character now?
Yeah. My bad on that one.
I'm
Yeah.
excited for that.
So
Yeah.
that's
Who has twin daughters, and Gome and Inuyasha have a son, daughter. I couldn't tell. But
Yeah, I can't wait for
I've
that.
seen the trailers for that.
That's gonna be
That's
lit.
what's going on. Do you guys know exactly when it returns?
Not really. I've mainly just seen the trailer, and I've been
If
like
I had to
binge
take a
watching
guess,
Inuyasha, just waiting for it.
if I had to take a guess, I would say sometime in November, only because you would want
But you're
something
wrong.
before the end years, before
It's
the year
October
ends.
3rd.
Ooh,
Well, I mean, that was
You were so
close,
close.
a little bit.
I mean, you got to put something out before the year is over with. That way, somebody can get a taste of what you got going on.
I feel you.
You want to at least get the first 3 or maybe 2 or 3 episodes out. You know, just so everybody can get a taste and be like, oh, okay, I feel y'all. You need to keep doing this, or that's trash.
I think
I
it's
would
gonna be
like
good.
to point out,
I got high hopes for it.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Rumiko
definitely looking
Takahashi's
forward.
art style has not changed in all these years.
Is that a good
I
or
mean,
bad
anything
thing?
Nostalgia,
Hey,
right there.
hey, I think
don't
the
really
art.
know.
I think the art style that they use for the Dragon Ball Z, Broly Super movie, I think that's a way better art style than what they were using. Like, it just looks more simple.
Well, one thing we
And
gotta
then
What they
understand
using the
about
Super?
one thing we gotta
Yeah.
understand is we're not gonna get our animation like that on a regular, like week to week basis for any anime series, really.
Oh,
I mean,
have you
but
been watching
if you
One Piece?
no,
One Piece has been looking
Never.
pretty decent so far. Like, I mean, like mad decent. There's some awesome looking fights in One Piece right now.
See, One
Hey,
Piece
man.
is just too long, bro.
Too long.
But it's
way too
amazing.
long.
It's
And they
long,
talk
but when
too
you
much.
watch it,
1,000
bro.
episodes.
Yeah, bro. That shit too much for me. I'm
Who
way too
haven't
behind.
saved
no
the world
signs of
yet?
stopping.
It's
He still
1,000
hasn't found
episodes
One
later,
Piece.
and
He still can't.
still
find
ain't found One Piece. Okay,
Well, nobody's found
One
it.
Piece. I think One Piece is a lie.
No, it's real.
I was gonna say, I mean, I don't really know what their motivation is anymore
No,
at this
Whitebeard
point. But
confirmed it in one of the episodes. He said One Piece was real.
He could be lying.
I think Whitebeard.
Whitebeard said it right before he died, though. Why would he lie?
I mean,
Nigga,
that could-
nigga,
troll.
right.
Like, here's the thing. You
Lie
gotta
before
watch
you
the
die.
episode to know what I'm talking about. Because when Whitebeard died, it was like an epic moment. And the last thing he said before he like kicked the bucket was One Piece is real. Everybody freaked out. Because everybody thought it was fake, too. Like how y'all saying it's fake. But, bro, that was such a hype moment because it took so much build up to get to that moment. Like, everybody's thinking, is One Piece even real? All of a sudden, this man says it. Plus, Whitebeard was the only person who knew Roger before Roger hid One Piece. So he had connects with somebody who actually knew what One Piece was.
I would have believed him if he had it sitting on his boat. And
Why would he have
One
it?
Piece is real.
Nobody even knows what One Piece is. They never confirmed what it is.
But
It could be an island. It could be a treasure. They don't know what it is.
If he
They just
had
know
it
it
on his
exists.
boat, if he had the map or One Piece on his boat, then he could be like, I have One Piece. And whoever
they do
finds
have a
it
map
off my
for it in the
boat
show.
can have. Bro,
It's
that
just
map is
incredibly
laying to
difficult to
them.
find.
Them niggas went to like 3 different continents and still ain't found shit.
Well, One Piece world is way bigger than Earth. Like, it's ridiculous how big that world is.
Right.
Because they keep expanding upon it constantly to the point where it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's like Jupiter, but it's got ocean water.
that shit.
Seriously, that's
1,000
legit One Piece.
that shit
It's
got 1,000
ridiculously big for
episodes.
no reason.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm definitely not
I
surprised.
just want them to find that shit so that freaking show can stop.
I don't care if they never find it because I'm loving every minute of One Piece right
They're
now.
never gonna find it,
Just
bro.
because
By
of
the
how
time
good
they
it's
do
been getting
find it,
lately.
bro, by the
Because if
time
you
they
actually
find it,
read the
Luffy's gonna be
manga and
going Super
everything, bro,
Saiyan.
it gets so good. It's just a lot to keep up with. That's the only problem
Bro,
with it.
by the time they
Like, that's
find
the
it,
only
Luffy is
downfall
gonna
to
be
the
able
show.
to be.
It's too much to keep up with. There's so much be happening.
Luffy is gonna be a Super Saiyan, bro. By the time they find it,
He low-key
This
is.
dude-
Because he's getting ridiculous at this point.
Don't he got like 4
already-
forms now?
For
his newest form is called Snake Mode, And by the way,
broken.
I saw that fight he had with old boy.
Katakuri.
Ain't that for him old though?
Bro,
he had that for a minute. He had that for a minute now though.
That's
been like a year or so.
You talking about where he get all big and
No, that's the one he used against
Snake.
Doflamingo. The snake one is a new one.
Snake form is basically like he's just real buff. He's just his arms is like heated metal.
Yeah.
And it's like a rubber bandish metal heat formulating all together. And like his arm basically it can go in one direction and come out in a different direction and always come back to him. But at the same time hit his enemy. And it's like stupid fast.
It's so fast that Katakuri, a character who could see into the future, was unable to dodge it. Katakuri saw into the future, saw the punch, and still couldn't dodge it.
Yeah. He was I remember when he first came
He got hit with it like multiple times. Seeing it before it happened, like a whole few minutes before it happened, and still got hit.
He said, I so saw that coming. Why couldn't I defend? I was like,
Katakuri can see almost like damn near 10 minutes into the future. The dude was seeing it. He knew the punch was coming way before it happened. Still got hit. You got to move him quick as hell to be hitting somebody that fast.
That's facts.
He was moving on Ultra Instinct levels. I'm probably over exaggerating it right now, but the level of speed this dude was punching him at was just nuts. Fast. He ain't that fast, but he's pretty close in terms of like speed. Because if someone can see into the future and still not be able to dodge you, that's some serious speed.
That's true. I give it to him.
Not just that, but Katakuri can also phase through solid matter because he had that devil fruit that made him turn intangible. So he could actually avoid the punch by becoming intangible. Still couldn't avoid the hit. He got hit anyway. And it was like, what? You got punched anyway?
He couldn't phase fast enough to stop that ass whooping.
He was getting hit all left and right through that whole fight.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Hey man, it be like that sometimes.
And Luffy has to get even stronger now because his new opponent is literally immortal. Kaido. Kaido can't die.
He's a weirdo.
Dang. I don't know who y'all talk about, bro. I'll be honest.
Kaido is a character who's tried to commit suicide multiple times and failed every time. And he's Luffy's new opponent.
That's unfortunate for
I can go into more detail, but we're gonna be talking forever because there's a lot to say about Kaido.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next topic. Anybody watch Seven Deadly Sins?
No.
I plan on it.
At least not.
I don't like the animation, but I like the show.
Oh, the disrespect.
I love the show. Don't get me wrong. I just hate the animation. I think this could look way better, but y'all just don't care. I see.
Okay, I mean, I'll admit
the budget just ain't here.
The animation can be a little shoddy sometimes, but there's definitely some moments
it can be real shoddy.
There's definitely some moments where it's raw as fuck.
They far in between for me. I'd be like, what the heck is going on with this animation? I mean, this is a cool fight. Don't get me wrong, but it could be better.
Well, to my knowledge, I believe this show is supposed to be coming back pretty soon for its third season.
Isn't that
every now and then.
So borderline incest?
What?
What?
What are we talking about?
Seven Deadly Sins. So she's probably talking about Bond and old girl.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Look.
Please announce that next time.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be incest, but pedophilia. Because I mean,
you're talking about that fairy girl?
Yeah, I mean, she's supposed to be like over thousands of years old.
It's not incest if she's well.
Isn't that his mom?
His mom? That's his mom?
No, she's not related to him. To my knowledge. To my knowledge, she's not.
Okay, then it'll be weird.
I'm pretty sure.
Look,
she was
change the subject because I feel like 911 needs to be called. Sounds like an investigation.
I mean,
it might be wrong.
She said investigation.
I was just saying that in terms of actual age, she's of age, but she just looks young. Like she looks
For
like a
Yeah,
little
anime
kid.
logic,
she doesn't age
that's
like a
fine.
human being would, and Vaughn
Yeah,
was human before he became immortal.
yeah. I mean,
But-
but you know,
This might be wrong, and maybe spoiler alert, but I read somewhere that girl was his mom from the future, and she came back to the she from the past. This is mom from the past, and she went to like the future or something. Some time thing happened, and she found him, fell in love with him, and that's the curse thing that's going on. So some confusion happened, but that was his mom.
I don't know anything about that one. I just know that she's King's brother, or not brother, but sister. I didn't know she was anybody's mom or anything like that. But if that's the case, I mean, that's what the hell is going on with this show?
That's why I was like really confused.
I mean, I thought Bond was a weirdo anyway. I mean, it's just, again, like I said, in terms of age, yeah, I guess 1,000 years old, whatever. She's of age, but she just looks like a little kid, right? Like, how do you find attraction to them? Like, no.
What do you guys think about when they introduced power levels in Seven Deadly Sins?
That was stupid.
It ruined the show for me. I was so immersed, and then that happened. I lost all immersion.
So, yeah, it definitely kills all immersion. It was. I can't even think of why they would do that. Like,
it was random.
Yeah, it was super random.
Like, it became Dragon Ball Z out of nowhere. It's like, where do we start talking about power level?
That's what I'm saying.
None of this happened in the first season,
and they didn't even really matter like that. You know, like
because Escanor doesn't even. Escanor pretty much defeats that whole thing altogether because he's broken.
Yeah, Escanor broken as fuck.
Like, you don't need to scale him at all because he's just broken. He's the most powerful dude there. Why are we looking at his power level?
Escanor's a cool ass character though. I fuck with it. Let me see. Hold on. What's our next topic? Let's see.
Well, hold on. I had one thing to share.
Yes.
Because it just happened. So I'm watching JoJo Golden Wind. Do you know what the ending song is?
I'm so sick of you, Chris.
Wait.
You really just do that?
JoJo Golden
Did you really just do that, bro? Like, I know Kennedy's talking real quick. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I heard it too, Brandon. That made me laugh.
Like, Joe Gilio? Really?
Yeah, you didn't have to say that, man. No, that
shenanigan level, bro.
I'm just adding a little sauce to it, man. That's all.
Your shenanigan level is over 9,000, bro.
You need to keep that stuff in your head, man. You're gonna make somebody die laughing. Like, I almost busted up laughing like loud into the mic. Like, I'm serious.
Drinking water. Like, I'm so glad nobody heard me choke. I was just like, what?
Do y'all
over confusion?
Do y'all know what that ending song was that she was talking about? I don't know if I'm on the part yet.
If you don't, you're about to be surprised.
Oh.
It's Jodeci's Freaking You.
Jodeci?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I'm so horny. That's how it starts. I'm just like, what the heck is this? Why is this here? How did they get the rights to this?
That was beautiful. I love that.
Oh,
I mean, they definitely be showing love.
They do.
Well, the writer of JoJo's is a big music fan. So he incorporates music into everything in the show. All the character names, the names of the stands are named after songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the localization is all.
I'm not surprised Jodeci popped up randomly without any explanation.
I wasn't expecting it. It was uncomfortable.
Because there's a stand. You know, there's a stand in JoJo's called Notorious B.I.G.
Why?
Really?
Not even joking. There's a stand called Notorious B.I.G.
Why? What is the purpose of that?
There's another character named Steely Dan, named after the music artist Steely Dan. Shine On You Crazy Diamond is Crazy Diamond. Josuke's stand.
Yeah.
Another one Bites the Dust.
It's a Shining Diamond.
I can name off a bunch of songs in that movie that show takes inspiration from. Man in the Mirror is one too, Michael Jackson. That's Stan.
Oh yeah.
So I got a question for you guys. So last week we talked about Baki. We was saying we was gonna spoil some things. We didn't really talk about it. So I want to talk about some things now. Kennedy, did you get any further before we do?
No, but I don't care about spoilers.
Okay, cool. So can we talk about what they did to my man Muhammad Ali?
Oh, they simplified him.
Bro, I don't appreciate that shit.
Yeah, they simplified him.
I don't appreciate that shit. And I just want to understand what was the purpose of that. And does he ever get like any kind of redemption?
I don't know. I don't think he does.
Cause like all of like the second season on Netflix, bro, they was just shitting on him, bro. Like
not really. He was doing some decent damage when he first showed up.
Bro.
But the second half, after that tournament situation, he was getting mollywopped.
See, here's the thing.
They destroyed this man.
He was beating some of the people, some of the martial artists on the island, whatever. Then they came back and destroyed him, even though he was injured badly. They didn't care. It wasn't fair at all. And then his own dad did the same shit. This nigga talking about you not a man if you don't fight me, bro. This man is in crutches, can't even barely walk, move his hands.
I actually like that fight though. I can't lie, because Muhammad Ali was more crippled than he was and still beat him up. That was like, I thought that was so dope. I'm like, this man can barely walk and he destroyed you.
I mean, was he really more crippled though?
Bro, he could barely get up. He had difficulty walking, and this man was beating the crap out of Muhammad Ali Jr. in that show.
I mean, but
the same dude who was fighting martial arts experts.
I felt like if he was healthy, that wouldn't happen at all. At all.
Nah, it wouldn't.
And then
it wouldn't have.
And
but
then
I still like that fight. That was like the one fight I actually thought was okay.
Bro, they did all that build up just for him to go against Baki and not get one hit off the man. Not a single hit. That's disrespectful. Bro. I'm sorry. That's just disrespect. What was the point of us even getting to know this character, liking this character, if y'all was just gonna trash him like that? That's why I need him to have some kind of redemption. I don't know if it's happening in the manga somewhere, but shit, you need something. Oh, did somebody drop out the call?
I just joined back in. I couldn't hear any of you guys.
Okay. You hear anything I said?
Everything just went quiet.
Damn. Damn, do you hear anybody else? I don't hear anybody else.
Oh, yeah, everybody
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know the connection, but I dropped out earlier.
Yeah, I dropped out. I just got back in. I think Brandon's still out.
Okay. Well, I'm sure he'll come back in. So we can move on to the next thing. So there's been a lot of talk on the internet. Not really sure how you guys feel about it, but I'm about to see, I guess. How do you feel about PS4 controllers not working on PS5 games?
It's bogus.
I mean, it has to be a whole nother system, right?
Yeah. See,
PS1 controllers don't work on PS3 or 4. What's the difference?
Not true. You can use a PS4 controller on a PS3.
Well, I mean, but that's going backwards, though. You know what I mean?
It is, but
yeah, like the forward compatibility.
They gave us something. There. But I feel like they're just giving us nothing now. It's like you have to buy a whole new controller, which is unnecessary.
Well, yeah. See, here's my thing. Here's my thing, right? Microsoft
controllers.
The Xbox One is doing it. It's letting you use any controller you want. So my question is what is the DualSense 5 doing that's so much better than DualSense 4 that you can't use the controllers for PS5 games?
They just want more money. They want you to buy more controllers, even though you really don't have
the same controller. Every company, you get a new system, you get new controllers.
Well, let's think about this though. When the PS1 came out, you could use a PS1 controller for a PS2.
I mean, that was basically the same type of deal. Like, even you could play PS1 games on the PS2. Like, it was
which is another cool thing.
To be the same thing.
Well, they're trying to reintroduce that a little bit because Xbox One re-released some Xbox Xbox One games on the new Xbox One that you could play, but you had to download them. You couldn't actually. Well, actually, you could play them on physical discs too, depending on if you made them compatible.
You see the new PS5 though? It's a whole nother even type of look box, whatever box shape that is.
Yeah, it looks completely it's like a whole new design.
So here's my thing. I wouldn't be surprised.
So y'all ain't gonna act like I was just kicked out of here.
We was kicked out too.
Yeah, everybody had to go back.
I said, what happened? Like 3 times.
I had to MacGyver my way back in here, bro. I was like, what happened?
Okay, so here's my thing about that, right? Like a PS3 controller not working on the PS4, I completely understand because this nigga, right?
What Brandon just said, man. I can't even.
Nah, I low-key didn't even hear him.
Oh man. All right.
But yeah, I was saying, damn, y'all niggas made me lose my train of thought and shit.
Right here in the background. He's like, y'all just gonna kick me out, and then he's gonna say something under his breath. Bro, that killed me. You don't even understand. I don't even know what you said, man. I just heard you say something under your breath. Like,
so, I remember now. So I can understand PS3 controllers not working on the PS4, right? Because PS4 controller has touchpad, share button, all that. Yeah. But as far as PS5, I mean, I don't really know. Again, I don't know what they're adding. I'd like to see the features, but it doesn't really make sense for them not to let you use it, especially if Microsoft is doing it. I don't know.
Wait.
Basically,
Microsoft is coming up with controllers?
Well, Microsoft is letting you use the current Xbox One controllers you have on the Xbox Series X.
I think that's dope.
Because, bro, the controllers, I'm telling you right now, if they're going $10 up on the games, then best believe the controllers is probably going to be up like $10 more as well.
The controllers cost.
From what I heard, a lot of developers aren't doing that.
Like the new ones, whenever they make a new console, the controller legit costs more than a game. It'd be like $80 or something. It's like that's not even right.
Yeah, controllers.
But then again, you paying for the technology. But if you own a controller already, why am I buying another controller that's going to do the same thing?
Here's my thing about
unless you make like drastic changes to the controller, then I can understand.
Here's my thing about paying for the technology.
But otherwise, I don't see the point.
When it comes to a lot of that shit, they don't even be utilizing it. Like the PS4's like speaker and all that shit. Like they stopped making games that really took advantage of that a while ago. Like Infamous Second Son has something like for it, but I think Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, it did. I turned my speaker off though for that because it was getting annoying.
Yeah, it was.
Because every time you attack somebody, it made like a weird snake sound. It's like, okay, shut up.
Are you talking about that hissing sound?
Yeah, I hated that sound.
Yeah. I actually thought that was pretty dope. I mean, cool, you know, on occasion.
And then it got annoying. I'm like, okay, you need to stop. Because I keep hearing a snake coming out of my controller every time I attack somebody.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I think with that, the parallel, like for the Switch, for instance, the controllers have something that analyzes your heartbeat, all that kind of stuff. And then, you know,
what, your heartbeat? What?
I didn't know that.
So I got a doctor in my controller. I gotta go to the doctor number.
It can take your heart rate and all that stuff.
Why? Why does it need to know that?
It can take your heart rate.
That's good for horror games. That would be good for horror games.
Adventure
I can't lie.
That, like fitness gaming, you know?
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
That's a cool feature for horror games specifically, though. I would love to do that in horror games.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
So it knows when you're getting scared, so it umps the it boosts this like fear factor a bit.
Yeah.
Alright, well, hold on. So you got all these extra features, amiibos and stuff, but when you plug in a USB controller, it's pretty much a stripped down version of that. There's none of that amiibo stuff, no extra stuff. So I think, like, what y'all are expecting is from the PS4 to 5, like, if there's some new features with the 5, it would just be like using a downgraded version of their controller. So I don't know if that would work, which is probably why they have to have like a whole new controller, because they're adding like unnecessary stuff to these controllers now.
They definitely be adding some unnecessary shit. I mean, it is
Just
what
to
it
get
is
people
at the end.
hyped.
Yeah, it is
I
what
think
it
it's
is
to get
at the
people
end of the day. I can, I guess I respect it. It is what it is. People gonna buy the controllers if they want to play the game. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just pretty much the end
Yeah, I
of it.
have
But
to.
yeah, so
I feel like it's mainly just to get people pumped up. Like, the more features they present, the more people are going to get excited for the console.
are you guys excited for next generation? That can be the next topic we go into.
I mean, I don't know what games they have for it or the features, but
I just feel like
they're all talking
with this
about
generation, with this generation that we have right now, going into the next one, I think we're going into the next generation very lazy. I just fear that it's going to be a lot of laziness and a lot of half-assery. Because
They're
when
already
it comes
doing
down
that.
to
Yeah, I
video
was gonna
games,
say we getting that now.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, like, with a lot of the stuff that we getting versus what I know we could have, it makes no sense. It legit makes no sense.
The whole issue with the drift controllers on the Switch, they still haven't fixed that. They're being sued, and they're talking about buy the new one. And those ones have drift issues too. It's in their programming. They don't care. They just want you to keep buying stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. I was gonna say like
getting what you said?
No, you go ahead, bro.
I assume we're also going to be getting 8K gaming.
I think that's a lot further away than they actually like lead on.
Well, they're already making 8K TVs, but
I mean, but
gotten to 8K gaming just yet.
We gonna have to normalize. We're gonna have to normalize 4K before we get to 8K.
Oh yeah, that's true.
4K is still a decent way away.
8K TVs are way too expensive for most people
to buy
right now anyway. So most people are gonna experience 4K.
Right. I mean, and then when you think about it, for your game to run 8K content, like that's gonna be hella taxing on like any system, any modern day system right now. Like you're not doing that shit. Yeah, 8K is.
I can still barely get my phone to get past 720. And I had to fight for 1080.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm cool with 1080p, maybe 4K sometimes. I really just want 60 frames. Like pretty much across the board. I feel like
and the game doesn't look that good for all of that HD stuff.
Yeah, I mean HDR is a cool feature, but like I would take 60 frames over any and all of that. I'm sorry. That is such a crucial feature in my opinion. Like the games that we have now,
everything for your friends.
Oh yes, sir. Gotta get them frames. But I mean, just like when you play a game that was 30 frames and then you go and play it on like PC at 60, it's like, bro, what was I even doing? I feel cheated, dog. For real. So hopefully they can do that. They can do that with these next generation consoles. They still pretty tight-lipped about the price. They're not trying to say shit about that. I'm thinking it's gonna be a little expensive, y'all.
Oh yeah, bro. Like basically, if you ain't got a job right now and you waiting on your stimulus check or your benefits, you pretty much screwed, bro.
The PS5 is only $500.
The price hasn't been confirmed yet.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, it has.
Oh wait.
If you get the digital version, that's $400.
I'm telling you, bro, they have not confirmed that price yet. Nowhere.
They had a price update. You
can't pre-order it. If they would have let you pre-order if they had a price for it. And that should come out in like what, 3-4 months?
Yeah.
You still can't even pre-order.
But the
Xbox
PS4 was $600, but what they're projecting is way less than what the 4 cost.
Wait, you said how much was the 4?
The PS4 was $600.
That launched at 4.
No, you got that at $600.
That was the PS3 you thinking of?
Oh, sir, I bought this. And from Walmart, so I ain't buying off nobody. Like,
you paid $600?
Walmart.
I mean, where?
Because
$600.
don't know what store you
At
bought
release,
that
it
from.
was $600.
Kennedy, it
I'm
sounds like
looking at the internet.
Yeah, it sound like you got finessed.
PS4.
She got finesse.
Yeah, the Xbox One was $500, and that shit was barely selling. They released the PS3 at $600, and that shit wasn't selling nothing either.
Oh wait,
nobody want to pay
you're right.
$600.
It was the PS3 that was $600.
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous. Did nobody want to buy that shit? That's why everybody was buying 360s at first.
Okay. Well, but you see, it's not as much as that. Their projected price.
That's true.
And it's supposed to be new and updated, all these bells and whistles, and they're not overcharging. Well, more.
We'll see. Because, like I said, they're holding on to that price tag, and I think they're waiting for Microsoft to make a move. I think, Microsoft, because they're supposed to have two different boxes. They got the Series X, and then I believe it's supposed to be a box that's a little weaker than that. So it's going to be cheap and, easy to get into next generation on Microsoft's console. And then they got Game Pass. So I think Sony is really just waiting on the price. I mean, it's not like Sony really has to care because all the mind shares in Sony's field right now anyway. So,
it'd be awesome though.
People are going to buy it no matter what it costs.
If online gaming was free again, like how it was to the PS3.
That would be a game changer. But considering the fact that they're making money off of that.
But
it was like there was another reason to buy the PS3 though, because most people weren't buying the 360 because you had to pay for online. But when PS3 came out, online was free, so everybody was buying PS3.
I really hate to be that guy, but it's free on PC.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh wait, you know what they should bring
console
back
gamers
is a memory
wanted that experience
card.
again. It's like, could we have free online again? That was great.
And I mean, let's be honest. Like, since we've been paying for online, I mean, it hasn't really got that much better.
It hasn't.
Like, I could have sworn we were supposed to be paying for servers and all that stuff, but like, games still be lagging like a bitch. Especially fighting games.
I feel like all they do is
especially.
Yeah, man.
I feel like all they do is take an Xbox, cut some holes in it, put a fan in front of it, and then just try to cool off some servers, bro, because they be half-assing their whole job all the time.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what be going on behind the scenes, but shit don't be right a lot of the times.
And the PS5 isn't even going to be like what they plan to release at the end. Like they have the PS4 Pro. Get ready for that PS5. And all that other extra DLC you gotta get.
I'm gonna be real mad if there's a Pro.
A PS5 Pro?
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be annoying.
You know it's gonna be one. You know it's gonna be one.
That would be so annoying if that happened.
I think the whole
you gotta buy a whole new console after getting your new console.
The mid-gen refresh thing is kind of trash. Yeah, and also because they be some broken SKUs out there. Though, they usually don't be too many nowadays, but, that has been a problem in the past before. So, we are talking about a lot of games, but let's get back to anime just a little bit. So, has anybody been keeping up with Boruto at all?
I have.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. After that fight that they redid, that was freaking amazing. Yeah. That should have been the first thing that they showed. I have not.
Okay, so I'll be honest.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
I'll be honest. I've been
just eating disorders.
I've been slacking a little bit with Boruto myself.
I haven't really been interested in it.
Here's the thing: there's some spoilers from the manga that I've been hearing about, and things about to get crazy. Would y'all like to hear anything about it?
I would
like to make me watch it, but go ahead.
Yeah, because I lost all interest in Boruto.
Well, that man,
Naruto. Before you spoil it, you have to announce it in the video. Spoiler warning: if you don't want to hear this, please turn it off.
Wait, just skip past this a little bit. Yeah, don't turn it off. Just skip past it a little bit.
Yeah, just if you don't want to hear no spoilers, skip past this part. Because we are going to talk about it.
So
we don't care about your feelings.
Skip thing in the video.
Yeah.
Where the safe zone is.
So
this is your last chance. 3, 2, 1. Alright.
So that boy Naruto and Sasuke might be in trouble. It looks like Ishiki is coming, and he ain't playing no games. He's about to destroy Konoha and kill a bunch of people, bro.
So it's gonna be pain all over again.
Damn near. And this is so. We are getting very close to what we saw in the beginning of Boruto. You know, the first episode where Boruto had I forgot what the ocular jutsu he has. I think it's the Jugon. I don't know.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, don't quote me on that though. But we're getting close to that part, and I think that's super hype because that's what I've been waiting on. People about to die.
Hopefully it'll get pretty good because I've been kind of bored with it.
Yeah,
I mean cool stuff has been happening. The problem is I don't like it as much as Naruto.
Yeah.
It just feels like the show should have just ended, but they just kept it going anyway.
I just feel like, okay, if you wanted to keep it going, I wanted to know, like, what is Naruto's, like, teenage/adult life is like now that the war is over. You know, a couple more missions with him, you know, and then, you know.
Well, we got to see that in Naruto The Last.
Can I tell y'all something about Boruto that doesn't make any sense to me? How the fuck does this man... Pretty much, like, how does Naruto not have, like, infinite free time? Like, just make a clone, bro. Like, how are you... Like, how can you not be there for your family? How are you backed up at work, bro? Just make clones to help you, fam.
Because he sent a clone out for his family, but he didn't... You could send a clone out for the job. Like, you could just stay at home if you want. Because the clone can do everything you can do.
Literally, bro. At this point, like, his clones don't just die from one hit. Like, he got some dead-ass clones that he could just send to do everything.
You gotta, like, do serious damage to damage his clones as they are now. Because otherwise, they ain't gonna drop.
Right. And then, I mean...
keep talking to you.
He can make...
Like, nothing happened.
He can make thousands of them, bro. Like... He really ain't got those skills.
He could make an entire Leaf Village out of himself.
I mean, pretty much. Like, no joke. And he just don't for some reason.
Well, they kind of nerfed Naruto a bit after the Kaguya fight because he doesn't even use a lot of the same abilities he had back then. It don't seem like.
Yeah, I mean,
he just seems weaker to me. I don't know why. Does he come off that way to you?
Yeah, it's like ever since he fought, even like Hokage, like homie, just I've never seen him go on his 8-gate form.
You said 8-gate?
You know, I mean not his 8-gate, his
what's
the
Sage mode?
Yeah, the 6th gate of Sage, whatever it's called, the QB mode, the Hyper S mode he was in when he was.
Oh, he has the True Secret Orbs or whatever they are.
Yeah, when he has the 6 Secret Orbs and he's able to manipulate those and all, like he doesn't use that form, and I'm just like, bro.
That form is much stronger than his KCM form too, so it's like kind of weird that he don't use it.
And it hasn't been like manipulated a lot. It hasn't even been used a lot.
It seems like Sasuke low-key got stronger though.
Yeah,
and weaker at the same because they nerfed him slightly because certain abilities he has don't seem like they as strong for some reason. It's like what happened to Sasuke?
Sasuke can read people's minds and alternate people's memory. Like Sasuke is not weak at all. If anything, he's just found a way to chill his power a little bit.
Yeah, certain moves I'm saying got like weaker, but for the most part he's stronger.
Yeah, and mind you, he's one arm. One arm.
Which I still don't get why he has one arm. Why does he have one arm when Naruto has 2?
Pretty sure
they both lost their arms.
Pretty sure he chose not to get his arm back.
Yeah.
Why?
They gave Naruto some Senju cells and regrew his arm. That's why it was wrapped up. And I guess Sasuke was like, "This is the punishment I deserve for basically being a dick all of Shippuden."
Which, by the way, justified. fully understand. You were pretty much a prince.
Yeah,
You,
but
You
now
know,
he's weak and he
look at
can't help.
looking back
Ended
on
up
it,
wrong.
yeah,
Well,
I could
weaker than
definitely
he would have
understand.
been.
I could definitely understand why he did what he did to Konoha. I
Sasuke,
mean,
a lot happened to Sasuke throughout his entire life. Though he was lied to multiple times.
yeah.
He was made to believe his brother was evil and realized his brother wasn't. The Elite Village really was. The Elite Village made him do it.
Right.
And all of a sudden, he was going back and forth a lot, but you can understand why. He was like being turned in so many different directions. It's like, should I trust the Elite Village? Should I hate the Elite Village? Should I love my brother? Should I hate my brother?
And
I
some
mean,
of
Like,
this,
I
a bunch of stuff
understand his
happened.
frustration. I understand his frustration, but at the same time, bro, once you find out the truth, I would have just left the Leaf Village and just never came back. I wouldn't have done all of that.
I mean, he was gone
I
for a
would
minute.
have definitely,
Doesn't
I would
really
have
live
definitely. I mean, yeah, I would have definitely, went out to kill, the Akatsuki. Definitely, because them niggas was plotting on killing him anyway. And if not killing him, using his body. So I would have got rid of
But
them
I
in the
mean,
first
he
place.
was
But after
gone.
that, I think Sasuke was gone for at least about, 7, 8 years.
Enough that Sakura didn't know who he was. And we were all convinced that Sakura was not her real mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were
Sasuke
convinced that
was
for a
the
minute.
rolling stone.
I thought for a second it was that girl he kept biting
You talking about
to
Carter?
heal himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
I would have bit the shit out of her. Give me that neck. And then you would have got the anime. Oh.
she definitely likes being bit. I'll say that.
She actually does. Only by Sasuke too.
Well,
Okay,
they
so
got a little
he-
arrangement.
He ain't here today, is he?
so
Yeah.
it seems like we touched on all the topics I had. You guys have anything you want to say before we wrap this up? Any other thoughts? Anime, some stuff you guys are gonna watch?
Have any of you seen
I want,
Mishibai?
I want to recommend an anime for people.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
If any,
Lawrence, what did you say?
Oh, I'll let Brandon go first.
Alright, Brandon.
I want to recommend an anime for anybody that is interested into this anime or like the genre of anime. It's called Fooly Cooly.
Oh,
Very
Oh,
funny.
yes, that's my show.
Very, very engaging. It's a weird sci-fi anime. If you like that, I think you're gonna have a great time. Most definitely.
Didn't
The
they,
anime again? Yeah, they brought it back, and it's still good. It's still good.
shit.
Like even though they have different characters, it's still a good,
Yeah.
still a good anime. It's
Are they
it's
gonna
great.
like bring it back again? Because
I don't know.
definitely a
I don't know.
good
I'm hoping. I'm definitely looking to see if they're gonna bring that back and make it like a. I want to see a movie at this point. Like I just
yeah,
want
that'd
them
be a good
to.
idea.
I think they just should have like a 2-hour movie and just call it. But again, the anime is called Fooly Cooly. So
Or
look it up.
FLCL, which is the shorter
Yeah,
name for it.
FLCL is a really good anime, most definitely.
Anybody else got some anime they want to recommend?
Well, I have one. It's Yamishibai. It's on Crunchyroll. It's like a bunch of seasons for. I think it's like 6 seasons now, like 5 or 6 seasons. But it's Japanese horror stories. If you love horror, especially Japanese horror, definitely the show to watch. Each episode is like 10 minutes long, so it's like real quick. Some are shorter.
Is that the one by?
It's like real quick, really creepy
Shinji
stories.
Ito?
You said what?
Is this the one by Shinji Ito or something like that?
Junji Ito? No, not that one.
Yeah,
That
Junji.
anime was not good. If you want
I was
to
looking
like
forward
enjoy
to the
Junji
action.
Ito, you gotta read it. Like read the manga, like his like shorts, horror manga.
Mhm.
But the show, the animation's choppy. A bunch of problems with that show. I didn't like it.
That's fucked up.
But if you watch Mishibai, a whole different story. That show is terrifying.
You definitely check that out. Kennedy, what about you? You got any anime you want to recommend?
I mean, get back into ReZero. I keep seeing all these memes about Echidna, so if you want to go fanboy about something, go watch her this new season.
That's facts. If I had to recommend something, it'd probably be actually I have two, either Noragami or Erase. Can't go wrong.
Erase is good.
Yeah,
I saw both of those.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that one.
Erase is super short, so you don't even have to invest that much time into it. Really good anime. Noragami is really good too. How many seasons did they have? Only two?
Two. But it never finished. The manga's still going.
Yeah, we're waiting on the third season, but
we'll get a note on Erase. No spoilers, but the ending was trash. That's all I got.
Of Noragami?
She said
no, Erase.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't like the ending?
Yeah, I disagree with that one. I thought the ending was pretty dope.
Are you sure?
I mean, it was kind of silly. I'm not gonna spoil it, but at the same time,
okay,
the way it happened was kind of weird.
It was super predictable. Like you
I didn't
would
see
know
it coming. I just thought it was
like,
kind of weird.
Yeah.
Halfway through, I don't know. I just hated that ending.
Yeah.
I hated. The thing I hated was the situation with the girl. Like I'm pretty sure everybody's talked about this by now.
What situation are you talking about?
The one, I'm trying my best not to spoil it. The girl he saved.
The main issue. The main issue.
Okay.
The issue that made everybody mad. I was so upset.
Yeah.
He did all this for her. And he sees her after a coma. She got a whole baby in her arms. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I mean,
that was messed up. He did all this.
Spoiler, y'all.
I was so heartbroken for this man. I'm like, you couldn't have waited. Like,
I mean, he
saved your life.
He was out the game for a minute though.
He wasn't dead though. I mean, he wake up and she got a whole baby.
Yeah.
And she get
his friend.
It's all bad. But
other than that, I love the show. But that made me so mad. I'm like, really?
that was bad. But I was gonna say, in terms of this podcast, I don't really know if we have like a set schedule. If we just, happen to meet up on a Sunday. I think we met up on Sunday the last time too. If I don't know if I'm right about that, but not necessarily a set schedule. We just kind of meet up when everybody's free and when everybody can record. So just want to let you guys know that. We'll try and make sure that we are able to put out an episode at least once a week. So, I think that's pretty fair. So I'm going to let you guys say something in closing, sort of kind of like an outro, let everybody know who you are, where to find you, just like last episode. So we're going to start with Kennedy, go down the line.
You can find me here on GamingTyphoon, handle Oblivion, all that good stuff.
Big facts. Lawrence, what about you, man? Where can people find you at?
What's up? I'm Lawrence. You can find me on society6.com and redbubble.com. I sell artwork. I also make artwork on my Instagram, which is Dark Night All Night. That's my Instagram name. And my Society6 name is Dark Davis. Check me out. Buy artwork if you want.
Okay. Brandon, what about you, bro?
What's up? Your man's Big Bro Guys. You can find me on Facebook, Brandon Robinson. And you can find me on PlayStation at BMoney22, in case anybody want to get these hands.
That's facts, though.
Rip your inbox, but yeah.
Facts. All right, but I just want to
say this. Come get these hands.
Hey, he ain't playing, y'all. He not playing.
He's dead serious, too.
But I just wanted you guys to get a second to, say who you were. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to figure out who you are, no matter what episode they watch. So that's important to me. But Brandon, you were going to say something, though?
BMoney_22. Come get
I got one more thing. He's still going.
All right, Lawrence, you got one more thing, bro?
Yeah. Just to make note, I also do commissions. So if you do go to my Instagram and you message me, I can do tattoo designs. I don't actually do tattoos, but I do tattoo designs, business logos, portraits, and fan art. So any of that, just hit me up.
Nice. Sounds good, man. So
He does furry art, all that good
I mean,
stuff.
I can, but I don't do that on the regular.
oh man, don't even
If
do
you
it.
request it, I'm gonna do it. I mean,
It
paying.
ain't worth it.
Furthermore, is this
It ain't
man's
worth
middle
it.
name?
I'm gonna do it. I
Oh
know how to
shit.
draw some birds.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how to feel either, but hey, money, money.
Hey,
If,
go
if,
ahead.
if that's what you into, I got you.
All right, man.
There's
well,
definitely a line that can be crossed.
Personal requests.
That's
That's,
close, but it ain't
He
there.
takes pictures for reference, all that stuff. Hit him up.
hit him up. But yeah, man. That's Anime Wars Podcast episode 2. AWP for short, man. Make sure to stay in tune. As always, we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
All right, y'all.
Peace.